Hey guys, how the hell are you? Today we're going to take a look at the brand new Archetype Abasi plugin from Neural DSP. Okay guys, look, it's no secret at this point, I absolutely love Neural DSP products. So far I haven't had any bad experience with any of them. I love them so much. This is the newest in their Archetype line, which is kind of like an artist signature line that they do, or at least so it seems. We first had the Plini, then we had the Nolly, which was really awesome, and now we are stoked to be able to try out the new Abasi plugin. But first, before we go right into it, I'm going to share with you that I am doing the sound demo on this, my very trustworthy frameless television model loaded with Seymour Duncan Alnico 2 Pro humbuckers so that it gets a nice warm low end but still chimey highs on there. But anyways, to the tone demo. So this is the screen that we are greeted with right away. For those of you guys that know Neural DSP products, you already know what's going on here. This is the amplifier head, got the controls for the EQ, as well as a bunch of other stuff going on here, which we'll get into in a second. We've got input, gate, the stereo or mono mode, oversampling. We've got the preset menu right here, which has a bunch of stuff from Tosin. We have the output. Up here, it cycles between the different screens. We've got the two pedals that go in front of the amp. We've got the amp itself. We've got the 9-band EQ. We have the speaker cabinet emulation where you can load your own custom IRs, but then you can also choose between 5 different microphones that are supplied in the software. You can change the phase. You can change the level. You can change the distance either by moving it like this or moving it like this. You can also adjust the positioning there again, either by this or by this. And you also have a second microphone that you can put on there, which if you don't want it, hey, just turn it off, no problem. Finally, at the very end of the chain, we've also got a Abasi branded delay unit, which is honestly extremely similar to the delay that we already found in the Archetype Nolly plugin. But what is a little bit different is this reverb module right here, which, man, I loved this reverb. It was nice and cavernous and kind of nice and digital sounding. I'm definitely a fan of more like kind of processed sounding reverbs. And this was a very, very nice one at that, which I will display a little bit later. But anyways, onto the amp screen. We've got 3 different amp models. This middle one right here is sort of the high gain rhythm tone. There's also a high gain lead head that is right here that has a couple of different things to it. And also, there again, a few different things to it. We've got this clean head. Starting right away on this head, these are the default settings. This is literally the settings that you hear when you load up this plugin. So right off the bat, not fucking bad at all. Got some great tone going on with this thing. The controls look a little bit different than what we're used to seeing on an amplifier head on this particular model. We of course have gain, bass, and treble. There's no mid on this particular amp. We've got a tightness control, which is very, very responsive. So cool, right on the amp model itself. We also have a couple different controls over here. As you can see, we've got a couple switches that either boost the highs or boost the low end. And that's the low end pushed, but still with the tightness control kind of pushed a little bit as well. So pretty interesting tones out of this thing. Really, really, really super easy to get kind of a blistering metal tone on this particular head. Let's push the gain up just a little bit too. Very, very fucking nice. I love that. The higher gain head sounds really, really good. Sounds really ampy. This one does actually have a mid control on it. A little bit of rumbly in the tummy there when you've got the bass pushed and also with low end switch on. This one also, in addition to that, has an attack switch. This is with it off. This is with it on. So just a little bit pushed top end on that, a little tighter too. Actually, a lot tighter. All right, moving on finally then to the clean tones. You guys know I'm not really all about the cleans, but I know that a lot of you guys are, so let's go over this a little bit too. It is a nice clean head. It does sound really, really good and chimey. even with the gain pushed, still remains kind of crystal clear. Very, very nice. Let's actually crank everything just to see if we can... Ever so slight bit of breakup in there. I was not expecting that to sound as good as it did. I was just fucking around and cranked up the bass mid treble and put the master up there a little bit. That's actually sounding kind of cool and interesting. Not fucking bad at all on that. So now let's take a brief look at what the pedals can do. So first of all, we're back on the high gain rhythm tone. Nice little compressor right here, but it's also acting as kind of a really, really good clean boost too. Alright, moving on. Pathos. This is modeled after the Abasi Pathos overdrive that's out there these days. Here it is on the clean amp without it engaged. Now with it. Two different voicings. Let's put that on the distorted amp. Kind of nice and ampy sounding. I really dig that actually. Now let's check out the two pedals that are at the end of the chain. We've got the digital delay with it off. Kick on the reverb with that. That reverb unit, man, that is really, really goddamn rad. Really quick, let's take a look at some of the presets that we have here on tap from Tosin himself. So first of all, one of my favorites is actually this one, Toldsworth. It's on the clean amp. We've got both the delay and the reverb engaged with those settings right there. Not really anything done to the equalizer. That's the amp settings right there. Not really a whole lot done with that either, but then we've also got the compressor engaged, and this is what we've got. Very ethereal, very spacey. Titanic, that's on the, let's see, that's on the high gain head. We've got nothing going on in front. A little bit of tweakage done on the EQ. And nothing going on in back either. Pretty cool. Go Genty. See, Crystal Clean or Crito Clean because they left off an S. Layer lead. All in all, this is pretty fucking rad. This is another fucking winner from Neural DSP, if you ask me. I mean, these Archetype plugins are really, really meant to be kind of a multi-purpose, all-in-one tool that you can use for virtually any tone that you could need for your song, but meant to be kind of a cut above a lot of other amp sims. I'm very, very pleased with how this thing turned out. I really like it. I think that the tones don't sound quite as overpoweringly ampy as the Nolly ones do. I think that there's still sort of a kind of a pristine edge to these tones compared to that one, and because of that, I think that this is a slightly different flavor than the other Archetype models that we've seen so far up to this point, the Nolly and the Plini. But I'm loving the tones. I'm loving these high gain metal tones, especially for the rhythm amp, this particular one that we've got up on the screen right now. I mean, I think this is just killer. So I know what you guys are saying. All well and good, but dude, what are you drinking today? No problem. Let's go to the beer fridge. Today, from Dogfish Head Brewing, we are having Suddenly Comfy, which is billed as an Imperial Cream Ale. It is 8% alcohol by volume. Ale brewed with apple juice, cinnamon, allspice, and vanilla bean. Okay, I'm intrigued. Very light golden color. I'm actually catching the aroma already, even from this distance. I definitely detect like a little kind of apple cider. But a little bit boozy apple cider. Oh, that's really, really good. I don't know if I would call it a cream ale at all, because that is totally not what I'm picking up at all. I'm picking up cream zero. What I'm picking up, though, definitely those apple cider notes. A lot of cinnamon, a lot of kind of like nutmeg in there a little bit. Slight sweetness to it. Slight alcohol pinch from the fact that it is billed as an imperial ale. 8% ABV is not exactly like super duper high. At least not by the standards of the stuff I normally drink. But yeah, there's a little bit of an alcohol pinch back in your cheeks. This is really good. This is something that I would definitely have with like a nice sweet but hearty dessert like a pie or something. Yeah, that's good. So that's it for me, guys. That's all I've got. Leave a comment in the comment section below. Like this video. Subscribe to this channel. Lots more content to come.